I'm Governor Larry Hogan. Our state is taking unprecedented and aggressive actions in the fight to stop the spread of the COVID-19 pandemic here in Maryland. As you know, I recently issued a stay-at-home directive to ensure that no Marylander leaves his or her home unless it is for an essential job or for an essential purpose. I know how difficult this is on each and every one of you. There's a great deal of fear and anxiety, and the truth is that none of us really know how bad this is going to get or how long it's going to last. But I can promise you that there are a great many dedicated people doing tremendous things, working around the clock, and doing their very best to help keep Marylanders safe. In the days to come, we're going to need to depend on each other, to look out for one another, and to take care of each other, because we are all in this together, and we will get through this together.
This is the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief, keeping you informed about the happenings in Annapolis and the area. Local news, local sports, local events, local opinion, and of course, local weather. The Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief starts now.
Good morning. It's Thursday, May 28th, 2020. This is John Frenaye, and this is your Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. The Anne Arundel County Fire Department is asking the public's help in identifying two people that are suspected of arson. You want to go to eyeonannapolis.net and look at this article. We do have a video up of two suspects, and this is in response to a playground fire on Sunday at the Freetown Village Boys and Girls Clubs up in Pasadena. It caused about $30,000 worth of damage, and a nearby video did capture two people that they believe were the suspects that started the fire. They are looking for two tall males in black clothing that walked away from the scene. Anybody that has any information should call the fire department at 410-222-TIPS, and that is an anonymous line, or there is an online form. Again, the link to that form is on eyeonannapolis.net. Perhaps the biggest news yesterday afternoon was stage 1.98. Not quite stage 2, but not quite stage 1 yet for Governor Larry Hogan. Effective tomorrow at 5 p.m., he has relaxed some more of the restrictions that we've been living under. Most notably, it will be outdoor dining will be allowed now. Restaurants will be allowed to open up. There are some restrictions. They're limited to 6 people seated at a table, with the exception being members of the same household, which seems to mean that you can go out to dinner with friends. Hey! Patrons must be seated at least 6 feet away from other patrons. They have to use paper menus or sanitized reusable menus between each seating. They need to sanitize outdoor tables and chairs between each customer seating. Staff needs to be trained in current COVID-19 health and workplace guidelines. They do need to do health screenings for the staff daily, and the staff must wear masks or face covering when interacting with other employees or patrons. Additionally, some youth sports may resume. Limited low-contact outdoor practices focused on individual skill building versus competition. It is a limited size, limited touching of shared equipment, and the ability to engage in physical distancing when not engaged in play. Youth day camps can resume. They will be capacity limited of no more than 10 individuals per group. They will have daily COVID symptom checks for youth camp staff and campers. They will not allow any out-of-state or overnight campers, and physical distancing and masks will be required for all staff and campers. And as we roll into summer, outdoor pools may reopen. They have to reopen at 25% capacity. They have to have strict physical distancing and sanitation measures. Patrons are going to be required to sign in and sign out, and all pools will be required to post signage warning anyone who is sick not to enter. The governor did say that he is watching the data very closely, and if the encouraging trends continue into next week, the state will then be in a position to move fully into stage 2 of the recovery. Good news for Maryland. But we don't know what the news is for Anne Arundel County. Just as Governor Hogan went into stage 1 last week, County Executive Pittman is saying, hold on just a minute, we're going to see. In a statement posted to his Facebook page, he said, I am consulting with Anne Arundel County Department of Health to discuss how we can implement any additional policies in the coming days. We must be thoughtful with our approach and put responsible policies in place that protect residents and businesses alike as we continue to move toward reopening. I will be meeting tomorrow, which is today, with my recovery work group and expect to announce our path forward tomorrow afternoon. Again, that is Thursday afternoon. We expect to know what Anne Arundel County will do. A little bit more COVID news. If you are interested in getting a free test, Six Flags America in Bowie is opening up on Friday as a drive-in test site. There will be no cost to anybody that wants to go there, and it is open to all Marylanders, not just those that live in Prince George's County. You don't need a doctor's order or an appointment, and they are going to be provided by the Maryland Department of Health to anyone at no out-of-pocket cost. Additionally, over in Prince George's County, the state is going to be opening up a converted VEIP station today in Clinton. And if you are interested in getting a free test, you can go to coronavirus.maryland.gov, click the testing lab, and there's an interactive map that'll show you where the nearest site is closest to you. And finally, as we wrap it up, our condolences go out to Carl Snowden on the loss of his mother, Ora Brown Snowden. She passed away recently at the age of 104. She was born in 1960 during the presidency of Woodrow Wilson. This was before women had the right to vote. She lived through 2 world wars, the Civil Rights Movement, Vietnam, the Great Depression, the assassinations of President John F. Kennedy, Dr. King, Malcolm X, Bobby Kennedy, and others. And more recently, she lived to see the first African-American man elected as President of the United States. Quite a life. Our thoughts, prayers, and healing wishes go to Carl and his entire family. 104. Wow. All right, that does it for the news today. Please make sure you check out eyeonannapolis.net throughout the day for updates on these stories and more. If you are someplace you can give us a rating or a review, please do that as well. And let your friends and family and colleagues know about us and how to download a podcast and how to subscribe to this one. It is Thursday, so we do have Trevor with your Annapolis Makerspace Maker Minute coming up. And of course, we have George Young with your local DMV weather forecast. All of that's coming up in just 1 minute, but first, a quick message from Rick Peters from Solar Energy Services.
Hello, Marylanders. This is Rick Peters from Solar Energy Services in Millersville, Maryland, wishing you good health and a rapid return to prosperity. Uncertainty is one of the hardest parts of our current situation. As we move towards our new normal, you may want to consider adding more certainty to your financial future by locking in the low cost of clean solar energy. The economics of solar are tremendous, and there's no better source than a trusted team at Solar Energy Services. Residential solar projects typically earn the homeowner 8 to 12% annually over the life of the system, with even better returns for commercial systems. If you have some downtime now, take advantage of our powerful remote design capabilities, allowing one of our experienced solar designers to provide a presentation, followed by a detailed, accurate proposal, all from a safe distance. Call us today at 410-923-6090 or visit us at solarsaves.net. Sunshine's a wasted, but together we'll get through this.
Sunshine, sunshine, nothing else can make me feel so fine.
Going out? You need the most up-to-date local weather. Here's George Young from Dmv Weather in Annapolis with today's forecast.
Hey everyone, this is George with Dmv Weather, and this is your Eye on Annapolis forecast for Thursday, May 28th. Yesterday turned out great with warm temps and plenty of sunshine, but today likely won't be so fortunate as off-and-on rain is expected throughout the day, with a few thunderstorms possible as well as highs hit the upper 70s or lower 80s across the region. More of the same tomorrow with rain and possible storms likely in the PM hours as temps jump up into the mid to upper 80s across Arundel County, followed by a pretty nice weekend with a chance of AM showers Saturday, with highs near 80 before a sunny and cooler Sunday with highs 70 to 75. Okay, that's it for today. This is George Young of DMV Weather. Make it a great day out there. Stay healthy and be safe. And be sure to get our free app on all of your devices by searching DCMDVA Weather in the Apple or Google App Store. And also be sure to follow us on Facebook and Twitter and use our website at dmvweather.com so you can always stay weather informed.
This is Wes Adams, candidate for Circuit Court Judge. As your former state's attorney, I built a reputation for being fair for our community, tough on violent crime, and compassionate to those in need. I work to set up specialized court proceedings designed to support recovery and to get our vets out of the criminal justice system. I partnered with our schools to help protect students and break the school-to-prison pipeline. I will bring these same values as judge to the Circuit Court. I respectfully ask that you vote for me, Wes Adams, on June 2nd.
Paid for by the Friends of Wes Adams. John Spencer, Treasurer.
Every week, makers, crafters, and educators hold events all over the area. Highlighting some of those, here's our Makers Minute, brought to you by Annapolis Makerspace.
Hey, this is Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes. Anne-Marie Sculpture Gardens down in Solomons continues with their online programs. Today is another Green Queens art scene. Join the Green Queen in their virtual art lab. This week they're working on weaving. Tomorrow is more nature notes with Hester Birch, their staff naturalist, as she explores what's in bloom and what's new in the park. Starting Saturday and running through August 30th, with an on-site version happening once they open again. Check out their Bloom and Grow Brilliant Botanicals. Wednesday, check out their Picture This virtual preschool art and story time. And also check out Anne Marie's ongoing virtual May Market, supporting local vendors with a sneak peek inside each artist's shop and a link to directly connect with them. At the Children's Theater in Annapolis, on Saturday they have mock auditions for ages 8 through 14 and another session right after for ages 12 through 18. Starting Monday, June 1st and running every Monday through June 15th, they have a musical theater dance class for ages 12 through 18. On Wednesdays, June 3rd through June 17th, they have musical theater jazz dance for ages 8 through 14. On Thursdays, starting next week, June 4th through June 18th, they have acting workshops for ages 8 through 14. And on Fridays, starting next week, June 5th through 19th, they have another acting workshop for ages 12 through 18 this time. And be sure to register for their masterclass in musical theater audition with a New York-based casting director coming up next week on June 6th as well as June 13th. Wine and Design in Annapolis is still offering some take-home kits for painting. This week, check out Summer Shine Tree, Water Lilies, Eiffel Tower in Summer, Unicorns, Sun and Moon Date Night, Book Lovers, as well as Deco Elephant take-home kits. The Kid Museum in Bethesda has some fun online activities. Check out their Make It Live project at the day workshops for kids, with Newspaper Engineering Challenge for K through 4th grade this week. Also check out their Make It DIY workshops. They have pre-recorded activities that include future vehicles, boat design, bridge building, innovative tower challenge, and reinvent your neighborhood this week. Also check out their Make It Summer Camp streamed right to your home for rising 2nd through 7th graders. At the B&O Railroad Museum in Baltimore, they have all their previous story times and activities recorded and ready to watch any time, with 19 recorded so far. Coming up today is a new one with Magic School Bus at the Waterworks. With the story, and then you conduct your own at-home water science experiment and create your own lava lamp. The Annapolis Streaming Facebook group is still featuring a lot of local musicians doing online concerts. Tonight is Live Art Maryland's Quarantini concert, as well as Doug Segree and the Corsicans, with Yofis Wants You to Chill. Tomorrow's the Back Porch Jam Sessions, as well as a pet party for the SPCA of Anne Arundel County. Help support the SPCA of Anne Arundel County, a private nonprofit organization that gets no funding from city, county, state, or federal government, only through private donations. On Saturday is another Quarantine Country live stream. On Sunday is Sean Owen's Acoustic Sunday Fun Day. Monday is Nate's Monday Nooner webset, as well as the start of a 3-day Spencer Joyce stream. Spencer Joyce will be streaming 3 times a week, Mondays, Tuesdays, and Wednesdays for a while. At the Ray of Light studio, starting on Wednesday, check out their drive-in drawing, part of their Class in Cars summer series. They supply a sanitized drawing board, gloves, paper, pencil, and eraser. Come alone with a friend or a whole family. You pay one price for whoever's in the car. They'll be doing this every Wednesday in June. And over at Art Farm, their summer art camp registration is still open for camps starting the end of June, early July. Camps include pencil, charcoal, ink, and paint, crafters art camp, musical play production camp, mixed media mosaics, mixed media sculpture, art Annapolis camp, street art, graffiti, and public art, as well as graphic design camp. And also check out the perennial favorite Fearless Girls photography camps. You can reserve a spot in any of these camps for as little as $100 down. Also check out Art Farm's online virtual classes. On Saturday, there's the First Exposure Digital Photography Workshop Part 2, and on Tuesday, June 2nd through June 30th, they have a virtual botanical drawing for beginners, and on Wednesday, June 3rd through June 24th, they have virtual drawing fundamentals for cartooning for ages 10 through 15, and there's more classes starting the week after, so be sure to check out their list of classes online. And also be sure to check out Art Farm's virtual art gallery, where all art is for sale, including art from a lot of Annapolis and local artists. At Maryland Hall, registration is still open for their summer camps for kids, but also check out their online classes, including watercolor classes, tap dancing classes, photography, painting, as well as Tai Chi. At the Anne Arundel County Public Library System, they're continuing with a bunch of Facebook Live story times. Tomorrow they have another great movies discussion, this time The Lavender Hill Mob, a top British comedy from 1951 starring Alec Guinness, and you can watch it through the library's access to Canopy with a K. And finally, at Annapolis Makerspace this week, on Tuesday is our monthly Fusion 360 3D design workshop, online edition once again. And if you have any questions about Annapolis Makerspace, the Maker Minutes, or any of these events, feel free to contact me at trevor@makeannapolis.org. And you can find links to all of these events at the Annapolis Makerspace website at makeannapolis.org. Whether you're making art, software, sawdust, or just a mess, chances are you're already a maker. This has been Trevor from Annapolis Makerspace with this week's Maker Minutes.
Whether it's a fire, a hurricane, or a virus, Annapolis comes together. We've done it time and time again, because this is a town that gets it, a town that knows how to lift each other up when the world falls down. As we face this new challenge, I encourage our community to come together as we've always done. I'm Steve Samaras from Zachary's Jewelers. I pledge to lend a hand to support my family, my team, my neighbors, and the small businesses in our town. Together, let's do what we've always done.
You've been listening to the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. Tell your friends and colleagues this is the podcast where you can keep up on the latest with what's going on in Annapolis. And also tell them about our website, eyeonannapolis.net, where you can find even more information. This podcast comes to you every Monday through Friday at 7 a.m., keeping you informed with the Eye on Annapolis Daily News Brief. And take a moment to listen to our other podcast, The Maryland Crabs, released every Thursday at noon.